Hello parents, I wanted to go over a couple problems that I keep getting questions on, and it's on the back of the homework, and it's this problem here and this problem here. What we're going to be doing is drawing some base 10 blocks to represent our addition and our subtraction equations. The kids are going to be using the base 10 models that they've been using since kindergarten, and what those symbols are is the square like this represents 100, because in our models here at school there's 100 little squares within our tools. Then there's a stick. The stick here represents 10 because we have 10 little blocks that are connected together in our tools here. And then we have ones right there, and that's what we're going to use to represent that number. So using those symbols, we're going to build the numbers that they have over here. First number that we're going to build is 419, and since we have the hundreds place, the tens place, and the ones place, we're going to draw our 4 block 100 here to represent this first number. Then we have 1 stick of 10, and we have 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the second one, we're going to be drawing our second number right underneath of that, and I'm going to switch colors a little bit so you can see the two different numbers that I'm representing. I'm going to have 205, so I'm going to draw 2 blocks of 100, and there's going to be 0 tens here, so I'm just going to leave this blank, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we have instructed the kids to do is start over here in the ones place, and they are to count up all of these, and when they make a group of 10, they're to draw a circle around it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They show that bundle of 10, and when they make the bundle of 10, it gets moved to the tens column. So we show that move by drawing an arrow and then making a new stick of 10 to represent the new bundle. After that, then we go back and we count over the ones that are left behind, and that is 4. So then we're moving on to our tens column, and we have 2 sticks of 10, and there's no sticks of 10 to add to it, and so that means there's 2 sticks of 10 in that column worth 20. In the hundreds column, we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So our final answer is 624. Now, where most of the confusion seems to be coming is when you have a subtraction problem. When you have a subtraction problem, you have your original quantity, and you're going to be taking this much out of this original quantity. So you're only going to be drawing one picture. You're going to be drawing a picture to represent the 500. As we show the 234, we're going to be crossing out 234 of those blocks. So to begin, you're going to draw 500 using the base 10 blocks. Now there are no tens and no ones right now, but we have to take quantity out. So I'm going to write the digits 243, or the number 243 below, to remind me what I'm taking away from whatever I've drawn. Now when I'm here in the ones column, it says to take out 3. Well, I can't. So typically when we're doing the standard algorithm, we would go next door and borrow some, but there aren't any here. So then we would go to the hundreds and take a case, as we call it, or a block of 100, and we would bring it to the tens column. Now the tens column ungroups these, or unpacks it, and then it turns into 10 sticks of 10. That's kind of what we say is inside of this box or this crate, and there are now 10 of them here. So now that there are 10 sticks of 10, the ones column would then turn and say, hey, can I take some of yours now? Can I borrow? As what we would traditionally say when we were kids. But we don't really use the borrowing term anymore, but that's technically what they're doing in the strategies that we learned when we were children. So we'd come next door and we'd take a bundle of 10 and we'd move it to the ones column, and we show that by circling with an arrow that it's being moved. So this one's being moved here, and I would ungroup it into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that I have ungrouped everything that I needed, now I can start subtracting. And the reason I'm crossing these out is because they've been pulled over and ungrouped, pull over and ungrouped. So I want to remember those are gone and not usable anymore. So my digit down here says I need to take out 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. That shows I'm subtracting the quantity of 3. I don't want to draw 3 more. So now I'm going to find out how many I have left. I have 5 here and 2 there. That must mean I have 7 ones left. In the tens column, I have 9 sticks of 10 because I moved this 1. I have 9 sticks of 10 and I need to represent that I'm taking out 4. So I'm going to take out 1, 2, 3, and 4. That leaves me with 5 sticks of 10, and I would represent that 5 sticks of 10 underneath in the tens column. Then I'm going to move to my hundreds column. I originally had 500 here, but I ungrouped this one and moved it to my tens, so now I'm only dealing with 4. I have 400 in this column. It says I need to take out 200. I'm going to represent that by crossing it out like that. Then I have 2 left over, so I would show that below. My final answer is 257. So with addition, you have 2 quantities being added together. 1, 2, so your top number and your bottom number, they're being added together to get a total. Where in a subtraction, you already have a total and you're taking part of it off. So you only need to draw 1 number and then you're crossing out however many are on the other side. Hopefully that helps. If you're still confused, feel free to send this in with your child and we will sit down at the table with them and help them out. Thanks again for all your help and support.